Well, I was born into real estate. My stepfather and mother owned a real estate brokerage back when I was growing up. So myself and my brother were the kids delivering flyers, helping out around the office, pestering, well, a lot of agents who are still in the business today. So they would remember me as the annoying little kid. I went and got my degree in computer sciences. I'd always told myself, well, I'm not going to get into that business. I don't want the 24/7 type of workload. And then lo and behold, after I graduated university, I got my real estate license the very next year. So got into the business, really helped out with the computers in the office for a while, kind of got my feet wet, and then slowly over time started dealing with clients and really starting to love it. So it was a family business that was ingrained into me from the beginning. Well, I was born and raised in Calgary, one of the few people back here when there's only 350,000 people in the city. I went through the Marching Show Band Association when I was younger, so the Calgary Roundup Band, the Calgary Stetson Show Band, and the Calgary Stampede Show Band. I met my wife in the bands, so I would say my best memory of Calgary is absolutely that Stampede Show Band family. Being a part of that absolutely gave me a lot of discipline throughout the years. It took me around the world. We went to Japan, Pasadena, Italy. Um, like I said, I met my wife and started my family. Now both of my kids are actually in the bands right now. So if I'm to pick a memory of Calgary that I love most, it has to be the marching show bands. Yeah, I've always loved real estate, selling real estate, but as I got more into it, I started to really look at the industry itself and kind of the background. Um, in all honesty, it took for me to move forward in that. It took a predatory client. There was a client who had really raked us through the coals, didn't deliver deposits. I found out he was a fraudster, and it was with that I thought, well, there has to be a bit more that can be done to protect us agents. We know that there is protection for the consumer out there, and of course there should be, but at that time I didn't feel like there was enough protection for us agents. So it was at that point that I decided to move forward, at that point that I decided to start looking at that volunteer leadership. And that was probably about 5 years ago. I started putting my name in for committees. I did run for the board elections very early on, maybe a little cocky about it, thinking, oh, I'm just going to put my name, and it doesn't matter if I have any experience. But from that point, I had a lot of great guidance from the people here in this building telling me the steps that I needed to take. So I adhered that advice, became involved in the committees, and really started to love the meat behind everything and the people that I was meeting and the process of everything. So as I went through a lot of these committees, I decided, okay, well, now's the time. We have an election coming up, and I was fortunate enough to get the BDLSC nomination, and here I am. So. Well, so I am the broker owner of my own firm, and through that, I've absolutely, at times, I've had a lot of agents. Currently, I don't have many because I found that isn't necessarily my focus. But of course, I do a lot of management with the property managers, things like that. And I've always approached everything with a very cool, balanced, and logical approach. I bring that into the board. I find that I don't like bringing heavy emotions into decisions like this. So I try to hold myself with that type of poise. I'm still new on the board of directors, so I'd have to defer to my colleagues to tell them how they think I'm doing. But I feel like I do have a lot to offer in regards to how I approach situations, how I don't allow emotions to cloud my judgment. My friends would definitely call me logical and balanced. I'm somebody that they come to for advice. I'm somebody that they can absolutely lean on.